Nuit Blanche, it has become part of the city, but in the last few years there have been concerns about unruly crowds. Last year was the worst. Now, are police going to be able to rein in those problem makers? Risk assessment experts we spoke to feel they can. Police remain tight-lipped about it.
Nuit Blanche, like all of our events, we do a very thorough risk assessment, and it's based on events that happened the year before, other world events that might impact the situation.
Police spokesperson Meaghan Gray would not say if we would see more police in the core Saturday night in an effort to avoid a repeat of last year, that frightening scene unfolding in our front door. A jam-packed Yonge Dundas Square, then a confrontation between some out-of-control revelers and police. One officer was hit by a bottle as the crowd surged. In the Dundas subway station, another melee that ended with one person pushed onto the tracks. By the end of the night, there was a stabbing and 2 reports of people with guns in and around the Nuit Blanche events. And while Toronto police may not be making their plans public, 2 risk assessment experts we spoke with say an increased police presence is inevitable.
I believe they'll be using some plainclothes. They'll be using, CCTV where they can from partner agencies as well. But I would expect to see quite a representation of police, particularly in Yonge Dundas Square.
Security risk expert David HYDE says police will also be relying on Nuit Blanche staff and even downtown clubs and bars to help spot trouble.
I'd call them gatekeepers, if you will, at the event venues, in and around these locations that will have a tie into the police. If they see little groups forming, boisterous activity going on, the police want early warning.
Alcohol was definitely a concern last year, so they'll be looking for things like alcohol.
David McCormack of Investigative Solutions Network says you can expect zero tolerance for booze and especially for weapons. He says police have also done their homework on who may be there.
Any known gang members, anybody that they recognize that maybe might be on some bail conditions or other conditions that might forbid them from being in the downtown core or maybe being at Yonge and Dundas or things like that.
With social media such an integral part of Nuit Blanche, HYDE says police will be keeping a close eye on their phone.
I would expect to see them using social media more, really trying to get the mood of the crowd, any type of words that might be used that might cause them some concern, so they'll be monitoring social media.
Both HYDE and McCormack feel the problems of recent years are a genuine concern, but also one that can be curtailed if all involved work together.
It's a bad image for the city, it's a bad image for the event, but it also creates great safety concerns for the members of the public and for the police. And I would really hate to see a repeat of last year.
Now, what is important, McCormack says, is that Nuit Blanche has been working closely with police and the city to ensure that there isn't a repeat of what happened last year, and that bodes well for the future.